This is Garrett Fry, the 3D digital map painting sequence lead for the construction site sequence, and we're taking a look at shot 639. So let's take a look. So we start up high and then we tilt down on this shot. And so we have some pretty cool movement going on back here. But like this shot, it's almost like they're two different worlds. We have this kind of street level and then we go down into this pit of this construction site. So like this car right here that has this flashing light and the moving vehicle back there are really cool. I think you're going to want to keep those, but try to have some kind of dividing line or something like that where you can replace this stuff back here with more construction, if that be a building or more equipment or something like that, would be really nice. And then after you've done that, you kind of have like almost like a completely separate shot of all the stuff that's down here. So down in this area, you're going to want to fill this area up with a bunch of construction material, and so you can just line things up here. And when you do place things, you're going to want to place them so that they make sense in the environment. So this is like where they've shoved a bunch of extra supplies and things like that. They're going to pull out as needed. And so what you're going to want to do is maybe like make sure that there's a path there that you can get to things, like you can weave through things in order to get to all of the supplies that you need. You can put a big piece of equipment there, like a tractor or something like that. That's been parked there. You can also put things in front of other objects like here on the plate, just to make it interesting and change up the variation. You do want to look at some of this stuff and say, what are the really cool parts that I want to keep? Like there's a lot of really cool things in here. And so you don't want to cover up the cool stuff with stuff that's not as cool. So you're not going to have to keep that in mind. Also, there's a bit of a wet feel to this environment. There's these puddles and things here and there. And so you're going to want to make sure that things that you add into this shot have that kind of wet quality to them. You can really see it evident in this stack of wood. If you saw that stack of wood during during maybe the summer or it's really hot, it's going to look very different than it does now. All of this darkness in here is from the water, and especially this side here where it's a bit more porous on this side of the wood, that it's just the water's just soaking in to that side. And so the things that you're adding into this shot, you're going to want to make sure that they have that wet look. Otherwise, it's not really going to integrate very well. Before you jump into your shot, it's a good idea to review the library of construction site materials. Do a bunch of quick matte painting tests by dragging photos into your shot and doing quick integrations. You will soon be able to discern the appropriate reference you should use for your shot.